didn't think 30,000 people could make this noise. That's half the size of a normal NFL stadium, but this is no normal crowd. They are ready to go as their Chargers get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Here's Desmond King on the return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Second down, Rivers. On the right side, caught by Green. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on third and inches. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Set. 380.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Rivers now on second down. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside. But let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
380.
From the gun, Rivers. Caught left side, Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Ready. Step, bro, 80.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Steps away. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. Past the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Run 80. Plus direct. Round.
They'll throw again. Rivers under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Willie Henry in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Okay.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. And that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Delta!
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. Sturgis for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On the ground with their leading rusher from a season ago, it's Alex Collins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now it's Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Play action. Now Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now Gordon on 1st down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And his throw here is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Chargers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12.
Set. Read 80.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. That's going to be caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Sturgis adds the PAT, and it's now 14-0. Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This is Collins on the handoff. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Go orange. Orange. Hey, Delta.
following the interception here. Rivers. Complete. It's Henry. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Rivers now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Play fake. Rivers. And caught right side. Green. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Check. 380. Alpha.
Rivers to throw this time. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Sturgis for the extra point. And it's now 21-0. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Yeah, they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They run it here with Gordon. And they showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. A good positive play there, 9 yards, but still 3rd and long.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it, Delta.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Terrell Suggs in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. But it's caught by Crabtree. That's good for a Raven 1st down. 15 yards there. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, He wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Here's Jackson to throw. Crabtree with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Got some real estate inside the 30. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Tucker with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Hey, go Orange.
On 1st and 10, Rivers going underneath for Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
This is Gordon on the dump off. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey. 4 down.
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this 1st half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now Jackson, and he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. the gun, it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the Chargers coming out of the field now. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Rivers now to throw on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board. The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Drew Kaiser now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Fielded at the 43. Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on fourth down leads to 1st and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. On the move to his left. Going deep here into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Jackson. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get. And now here's another interception. Trevor Williams with a pick. The 40, 30, 10. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Sturgis adds the PAT, and a lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go play action with Jackson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. He got 29 yards that time.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He was looking for Crabtree that time. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta!
They'll start out here with the option left. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
He's going to look for Allen now, the deep ball. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now it's Jackson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw again is Jackson. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Throwing is Jackson. And able to find John Brown. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. On 1st and goal, Collins. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
3rd and goal, Jackson flushed out right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The longtime Charger, Eric Weddle, makes the stop against his former mates. Henry's got it out on the left side. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we The Chargers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7.
Set, Delta! White! Set, hey, go orange 5-4. Here we go. Ready, hot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. They go play action. Rivers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. C.J. Mosley coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Orange. Orange.
To throw, Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. A first down throw here for Rivers. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. After the interception, here's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Caught right side, it's Snead. Finding some room at midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now it's Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Keep it skinny.
And he'll go on the ground. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beef eaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Brandon Mebane able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To throw is Jackson. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Ravens on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. Jackson. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And now here's another interception. Rookie Derwin James with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Hot 15.
Play action now. Rivers. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Caleb Sturgis now for the Charger field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. He's going to let it fly. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
All right, here we go. Detroit! Green, 39! Green, 39!
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Chargers getting set to go. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So for the home team here, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.
I got so much beef, I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I up it, I'ma squeeze. Bad companies, bad for your company. Bad companies, bad for your company. Company in the ski mask in case you come for me. Got it in the ski mask in case you come for me. When I say I got beef, they don't want no beef. When they say they got beef, they don't wanna eat. If he said he want, they don't want no steam. She put it on it. Had a bachelor's degree, PhD while selling. Fix the face and fix the weed. Now working on the self-esteem. Hit a block, yo, this flock. Where you at? Pin it. My new map location be the block on the app. Money and company, no, baby. I don't know the company. You can't hang, baby. We don't want you around here. Ice on my neck in this froze. Santa's reindeer. You got bad. It's the same here. Bad company, little bro. You can't hang here. Getting money, so the keep on coming. Phone ringing, so you know the jumping. They looking at me, he owe me some money. Hit him with the night crumping. Whitey playing games. They don't want no problems with me. My got good. You know I brought them. Might not hit a bad. Someone, and them were opposition. They move wrong. So I
Dark shades, too much. Got the belly see them. Acting brand new like I don't see it when I do. Who them folks? Who want too close? Give me room, phony folks. Play it close, do the most, don't they? Bad company, that's bad for your company. Strange. Bad company, that's bad for your company. Bad cow disease, now you in a ton of beef. Tucked underneath my new blue dungarees. Flintstone bust down, color Murakami. Fruity Pebble, Bezel, Wilma, Betty, Fred, and Barney. Bad from out of town, I think she modeled Abercrombie. Wrist game, Lucky Charmy, told my jeweler leprechaun me. I'ma come clean, I got E. Paranoia got me rolling on my sleeves, okay. Dating cause I'm upping up the fees. Whole team got these on their tees all day. I got so much beef, I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I upped it, I'ma squeeze.
I'm above average.
Look at you go! Okay, you ready? Look! Go! Go! Look at you go! Okay, you ready? Look!
Yeah. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booger bugging me. Just see the bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even me that I don't want none of it. It's bad about it, had enough of it. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke away longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all in nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah. Super fly for the Dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. This will be taken to the back of the end zone, and he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now Wilson on first down. And this is caught by C.J. Prosise. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Wilson. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. These two teams met in week 1 a year ago, and that went to the Packers in a slugfest 17-9. Now, remember, they also met in the NFC title game of the 2014 season. It was the Seahawks who prevailed there 28-22 on a Jermaine Kearse touchdown catch in overtime. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now the rookie first-rounder from San Diego State, it's Rashad Penny. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He'll field this at the 5. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 11. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Now Rodgers escaping the pressure right, and he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Rodgers now to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
On play action, now Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Rolling to his right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said they lead to points, start off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one. It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to...
That's fine. Yeah. Hey, check 26. Green 18.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Allison. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. The drive starts with C.J. Prosise, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Wilson on 2nd down. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And now running right through it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Here's Wilson. That is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Janikowski on for the extra point. Janikowski good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out to kick is Janikowski. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Rodgers going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Montgomery. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And left side here, it's Graham. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. But I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Reset. Hey, easy. Zoom.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Hurry up. Hey, check 26.
Rodgers again now. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Zoom.
Here's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And some room to work. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. It's caught here by Adams. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Being chased out left. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. He opted to go with the scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. They tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Throw left side complete. That's Graham. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface, but I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. Finding room to the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Janikowski adds the extra point, and a route is on here in this first half. Out to kick is Janikowski. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Packers get set to go. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jaron Reed in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Returnable for Lockett. An excellent return that time. 26 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back on. To the field. And with great field position here, chance for some points before the break.
That's prime real estate. Just have to decide how they want to try and take their shot to try and put those points on the board.
Tempo, tempo.
On first down, Wilson. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down. And now Sebastian Janikowski on from a long distance. He's hit from 61 and 63 in his career. This will be from 56 yards out. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Out to kick is Janikowski. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately... Would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hey, check 26.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Zoom.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw again. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Jaron Reed, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now it's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. And an alley to run. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Oh, and he'll just get rid of this. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Crosby on now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll run it again with Penny. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Here's Wilson to throw. They set up the screen to Penny. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's fourth down. Now here's Michael Dixon. He gets this one away. And boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 23. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, check 26.
On play action, Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Montgomery. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the play. Rodgers now on first down. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the... That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Going deep for Montgomery. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're buried deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go. Tight end right. Tight end right. Hey, boys, got 4 down.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. Got some room at the 30. And running with power here. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And some room to run now. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Penny, a 1st down carry. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. they're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
After the penalty, it's Penny. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
2nd and goal from the 1. They get it to him running left. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That one goes for 24 yards. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On play action, now Rodgers. And incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Montgomery. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But
now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
The pitch goes to Penny. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
Thicker the pie, thicker the bag. Beat them a bite, now lacing no beamer. I'm Brian O'Connor, driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and the way I've been made it. The is mad. Man in that bag, cause I'm all in my bag. I ain't holding around. Just a little Merlin, out the cutie. Now I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for a doubt. She don't give a. She was in her bag, Fendi and some lane, asked for a burger, watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation, we was on roll like tires. What we gon' that? I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, Mike. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of the all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, flow Joe, kill more, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper tantrums. Girl, come back that up, all in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl hopping up about a Pearl 6 Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. We blade thicker than a snigger bag. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. All in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing a check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing a check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed.
It's on earth, but it's where I be. Money over